This is former TNA World Champion Raven, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And don't cross the line. Or do cross the line. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to, you're not supposed to. I don't know. Whatever. You get it.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And we're back with episode 90 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. And with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, this week is the episode that I have been dreading since we've started this podcast. Now, our longtime listeners may remember that I believe in the introduction of this podcast, I said, Dallas, there's a couple of times on this show where whether the booking is bad or just maybe a show is awful that I'm going to be dreading it. And then you were like, well, be sure to tell me when that happens. Well, I'm pretty sure today is one of those days because it's America's X Cup again between Team UK and AAA. And I will let you take one wild guess as to what team I am dreading the most of seeing. Dallas, are you looking forward to another America's X Cup show or what?
Bob, no. I think I'm like kind of over these like X Cup specials. And I think my biggest issue with it is the format. Right. Yeah. So I mean, we got 4 singles matches, 2 tag team matches, and then an 8-man elimination tag at the end. That's a lot. And I think if they mix up this format, I may not dread this as much. But I guess I don't know what else they could do. Maybe just introduce some more people. And maybe maybe there's different guys in singles matches. So they'd have bigger teams technically. And then they still kind of could have that elimination match at the end with the same, the main teams or something. I don't know. So something's got to change for me. But at least according to our rumors from the Wrestling Observer newsletter that we read last week, we discussed that they may be taking a bit of a break. And in May, it may be potentially one of our last tape shows. So that makes me feel a little bit better about it. However, Team UK, who literally we pretty much saw come out, I think it was last week's show, they talked for a second, and that was it. They didn't tell us their names. They didn't have a match. They just talked real quick with Dave Taylor.
Squire Dave Taylor.
So if Team UK isn't the team that you're not looking forward to, I should say, then I don't know what is. I mean, even Hoovie's not on Team AAA this time, Bob. They replaced him with Heavy Metal.
Yeah, but at least AAA is, those guys can actually work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we've gotten used
to a compelling style of wrestling.
I mean, I know who I knew who Hector Garza was before seeing him here, but and I'm pretty sure I knew who Mr. Aguila was before, but I didn't recognize his name. So if I looked at this card before I watched any of Team AAA wrestle before, I'd be hating myself right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should be terribly proud of that because you didn't know who Nikita Koloff was.
That's not true. And everyone listening knows this. If you listen to the episode where he unmasks, I knew who it was. I was just shocked, Bob. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, after his incredible series with Magnum TA in the summer of '86, I did not expect him to show up here.
Who won that series?
Well, it's a little bit of a blur, but Magnum.
I don't even know. I think Magnum did.
I'm pretty sure I had to have been Magnum.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Anyway. Yeah, so we're just going to power through this today, guys. It's going to be super great. Bob is hopefully going to take a minimum amount of bathroom breaks to not leave me alone. And we are going to have a really great time.
Well, I purposely ate undercooked raviolis today. And
undercooked.
The goal for that was so that I would have to shit my brains out in order to not have to watch this entire show.
Wow.
So hopefully some undercooked cheese ravioli will do their job and help me out.
Maybe. But listen, it's not all bad news. We do have one thing I think to at least look forward to in this show. And that is actually the main event. The final match on the card is the finals of the NWA Tag Team Title Tournament, which actually I would argue has been our best tournament we have seen so far in TNA. And it is Christopher Daniels and Low-Ki, the reuniting Triple X, facing off against Kid Kash. And I don't know if they gave us his name yet, but it's Dallas, the big man. I think they did say it last week, but so I'm actually looking forward to that. So it's much better than looking forward to an ICP Dark Carnival match. So that finals is kind of what's going to push me through the rest of the show.
You think the tag team title tournament has been the best tournament we've had?
Well, okay. I did the first Super X Cup was really good.
That's what I would think.
Okay, so I was thinking my head was going to like tag team tournaments, the Hard 10 tournament, like all the garbage ones that we've kind of seen throughout. I kind of put those in a separate thing, but yes, probably Super X Cup. And then this tag team tournament, I was dreading it, but I've actually been very happy with all the matches that's happened.
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything too horrible, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So, but besides that, we're going to touch on last week really quick, and then we have plenty of stuff we will talk about during the show. Not a ton, but enough to kind of keep us going. So let's run down last week's card. We can chit-chat a little bit about that. We're going to talk about some of Dave Meltzer's opinions about that, as we normally do, and then we will get into today's show. Which, Bob, just start counting down, baby. The show is starting in a few minutes. So, on last week's show, the March 31st edition of NWA TNA, Christopher Daniels and Low-Ki defeated the Naturals in a semifinal match. Dallas and Kid Kash defeated the Disciples of the New Church, or they really just went by Sin and Slash, but so they're gone again. I believe that might actually be their final appearance in TNA. Monty Brown, spelled with an E, not a Y, and Sabu went to a no contest. They kind of like brawled all over the Asylum, and we found out that it was like a teacher versus student match, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And it was a good, fun little brawl there at the show. Then there was an NWA World Tag Team Title #1 contender wild card 4 corners match. Holy shit, that's a mouthful. Where D'Lo Brown and Apollo, who it was El Leon, he finally took the mask off in the entrance of the fucking match. They defeated David Young and Glenn Gilberti and Simon Diamond and Sonny Siaki and the new franchise after, well, they're still fighting. Shane Douglas and Michael Shane essentially walked out of the match. So that's where we're at with that. So whoever wins the tag team titles, D'Lo and Apollo are our #1 contenders, and we'll be getting the first shot at that, which is a very odd team, but that's fine. Then we crowned a new X Division champion after Chris Sabin is injured. He was ringside for the match, and Kazarian beat Amazing Red, which was a pretty shocking thing. I think after Red made his return, you would think that maybe Amazing Red would get that title, but no. Frankie Kazarian, he stole it.
Well, the money's always in the babyface chasing.
That's right. And then in the main event, it was a 4-way match. Sting was the special enforcer ringside, and whoever won gets to face Chris Harris, and then whoever wins that match gets to fight Jeff Jarrett in a cage. And Raven defeated Abyss, AJ Styles, and Ron Killings. And that was a pretty fun 4-way match as well.
Yeah, it was.
And so now we know we have Raven and Chris Harris coming up soon. Probably within the next week or two. So I would probably say next week is probably our bet. But we are on the road to the cage match.
That's right. With that graphic of the highway and driving on it.
Exactly. That's right. So we will see what happens there. So me and Bob liked last week's show, unlike probably what's going to happen today. So Bob, what did you think that the readers of The Observer thought about last week's show as well?
I'm going to say they went with a thumbs up.
They did. Another thumbs up show for the readers. 63.8% gave it a thumbs up. Only 25.9% gave it a thumbs down, and 10.3% were in the middle. And what was voted on as the best match of that show?
Kazarian in red.
That's right, Kazarian in red. And then in second place was Triple X versus the Naturals. And then in third place was the four-way. And then what do you think was voted on as the worst match?
I'm gonna say they went with the wild card four corners match.
Nope, they actually went with the four-way main event. So not only was it third place for the best, it was also voted on as the worst. And then in second place was Sabu and Monty Brown, which unfortunately even Dave spells it with an E here. So apparently that's what.
Well, he's following their direction.
I know. I'm just upset about it. I just don't like it. So the crowd was about 1,250 that last week, 2/3 paper again. So once again, the show we're about to watch, the last two matches were filmed. Actually, I think a lot of it was filmed at last week's show. So just assume there's 1,250 in most of the time of the crowd. This was the best number of responses that we've gotten for a TNA show in several weeks. Just seems to go to show that they are a word of mouth buy, and that if they have a few good shows in a row, word of mouth gets around. I think that's a pretty interesting point there. Dave does say that the show wasn't as good as recent weeks, but there was nothing above, as he says, 2 3/4 stars, but nothing was all that bad either.
You know, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people would say that Ring of Honor, and they're right, like Ring of Honor was a internet-driven company in terms of like, you know, what they would do, I guess. But I mean, I think like TNA is probably in the same boat, isn't it?
I think they're absolutely in the same boat.
They have to be. So maybe that's why, like, with the whole Rob Feinstein thing, they're like, you can't work for Ring of Honor because we literally have the same audience. So maybe that's kind of what they're.
I definitely think that's accurate. I think the only difference is because Ring of Honor at this time is mostly like a kind of like a tape trading thing, right?
Yes.
Right. I think that's the only difference here is that a lot more people had access to TNA. Whereas like probably with Ring of Honor, you had to work a little bit harder to get your hands on it. I mean, I don't think I knew of Ring of Honor until, and this is just, I'm throwing a guess date out there, but like 2007.
It took you that long?
I just don't think I was aware.
Wow.
That might even be pushing it. I don't even know if I knew about it then.
That's surprising. I definitely knew about it by like 2002, but just because of the magazines.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. And maybe I did because there's I still have it. I don't know. I can't remember what magazine it is. I have like one of my first wrestling magazines, and it's not like a WWE magazine or anything. It's like one of those ones where I think on the cover it's like, who's going to WWE next? And it's like Goldberg, this or something like, or no, maybe it's, I don't know, it's something like that where it's like there's 4 guys on the front of it. Or maybe it's who's next for Goldberg. I don't remember. It's something weird like that. Like I have a really weird magazine, and I'm curious if they actually talk about some other stuff in that. I don't know. I'd have to pull it up.
I'm sure they do.
But as a kid, I'm looking at the pictures. I'm not reading the fucking articles.
Right. Of course.
So there's that too. So kind of just touching on a few things during the show. Not a whole lot really at all that we're going to talk about here. But by the way, as Bob mentioned about Rob Feinstein, we will be talking a little bit about that situation during the show today. About some stuff that TNA said, about some meetings that happened. There was a lot of people at last week's show backstage that is pretty interesting. So we're going to talk about that during the show.
Or have you made a decision yet on if we're going to read the chat logs and act it out?
I think we're definitely not doing that. Yeah, I just don't.
We could have done a theater play.
Yeah,
put it on our YouTube, and we could have just acted it out, and it'd be great.
Jesus. Reenact the video where he gets caught and runs away.
Runs away.
So, with Chris Sabin out on the knee ligament injury, although he'll be back in a few weeks, they did put Kazarian over red to win the vacant title. So even though Sabin is going to be back, they decided to vacate the title to do that, which actually is kind of fun because now we'll have really 3 guys all involved in that picture right away. So Sabin was there with the belt at ringside. After the match, Kazarian slapped around Sabin on crutches, leading to other members of the X Division team, so Dutt, Lynn, and Skipper, all beating on Kazarian. which Dave notes that it's silly to have three faces beat up on the heel, but whatever. They also did a 4-team match where D'Lo and Apollo, who took his mask off voluntarily before the match, defeated all the guys we mentioned already. And, of course, Michael Shane and Shane Douglas, who are doing the gimmick where they fight each other every week. And, of course, we forgot they did mention David Young. He is supposedly doing this 18-match losing streak gimmick. So he's just, we've pointed out I haven't won a match since we figured out, October? Bob, is that what we figured out?
He beat James Storm.
And so they've mentioned it on air now. So now it's like kind of like part of his thing. But
he's basically doing the reverse Goldberg.
Right. So Raven, he got in the match with Harris by winning that 4-way. We discussed that. He also notes here about Sting being the ringside enforcer that this was funny because Jarrett beat up on Sting until Vince Russo, who was doing the announcing, came out and made Jarrett back down. So Jarrett ended up throwing a towel in the ring. Styles thought it was Russo throwing in the towel. Of course, that kind of caused the controversy there. Raven then gave Styles a little blow in a DDT to pin him. And Raven worked it as a heel in the match, but was still cheered. And so kind of falling out from this show, this is what we know for next week. So, Bob, I'm telling you this now because I want you to get excited. Okay? So announced for the April 14th show, we have Diamond versus Swinger, again. Kazarian versus Dutt for the X Division title. Sabu versus Monty Brown in an Extreme Rules match. Jeff Jarrett versus James Storm in a non-title match because Jarrett clocked Storm with the guitar during the entrance. And Raven versus Chris Harris with the winner getting that cage match. So those are what we have announced apparently for next week's show.
Can we just skip this one then?
Wish we could, Bob, but so what if something happens? You never know. Also, as we noted,
guys, here we're gonna do a pivot. All right, hey guys, just go and read the review at WrestlingRecaps.com, and then you can just read what happened, and then we'll move on. All right, so on to the April 14th, 2004 weekly pay-per-view.
No, this is gonna be a good show. As we did note last week, Eddie Colon was going to be coming in, and he actually did debut in an Explosion match last week, which we covered, even though we don't know who he fought. So just throwing that back out there. Now, this is pretty interesting, and this is my final note before Explosion, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, this is my final note before we talk about Explosion and get into the show. But we kind of knew this going in, but there was also a match between Sting and Jeff Jarrett for the Sting movie they filmed before the show. I mentioned that in my breakdown of what happened before the show, and then Sting kind of had to beat up Paint. They talked about that there was an altercation before the show between them. So it's noted here that they had a bunch of planted signs for Sting, which makes sense. It's for a movie. They did about a 5-minute match with Sting using all of his trademark spots and winning with the Scorpion Deathlock, but refused to break the hold after the match. They were filming the Sting movie all week and did stuff in the ring on March 29th with Sting doing matches with Abyss and Chris Harris. That must also be featured kind of as like little, I don't know, like little video things that in the match. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. Chris Harris and Abyss. Interesting.
Yeah. So, and actually, this is kind of cool to read because when I talked about last week, I looked up the trailer of like it's Sting Moment of Truth. It's not Sting the movie. Mm-hmm. And if you look at it, Chris Harris is in the trailer. Like they show like part of the little match. And it's like the ring, around the ring is all like lights, it's not a crowd, stuff like that. So almost like a little different, but like a Dark Side of the Ring thing where it's like the flashbacks and they're kind of, I'm sure that's kind of what they're doing. But pretty interesting there. So, Bob, unless you got anything, I got Explosion and then we can get going here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, this was kind of, you're going to kind of hear some stuff we already discussed, but just kind of keeping in context here. Explosion was probably more filmed last week. According to Cage Match, Explosion number 74 was filmed on April 4th. That's not accurate, but and it aired on April 10th, 2004. And it featured the following matches. B.G. James defeated J-Rock. Johnny Swinger defeated Gabe Roach. And then this is the show, Bob, where Chris Harris defeated Lash LaRue.
Okay.
So I did mention
that's crazy. That Lash LaRue was on Explosion.
Yeah, and I just think that's so weird. Because I don't think... Oh, I don't want to speak too soon. Oh, wait. Last year... Oh, dude, that's a fucking throwback. He was on the first show. I didn't even realize that.
He was in the Battle Royal, wasn't he?
He was in the Battle Royal. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
And it looks like... I was just checking. That was his only on pay-per-view appearance. He does appear on more Explosions we will discuss in the future. But he never wrestles back on air. And he also had a very short career. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he started like 98.
98, and he stopped in 06.
Well, you know, he's an accomplished like artist. So
Oh, that's right. He is an artist.
Yeah. He used to do cartoons for PWI.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
For a while there. So.
Okay, Bob. It's time. That's all my notes before the show.
God. Okay, well. I'm bracing myself. All right, let's do this. I'm going to count down from 3. And when I say play, if for whatever reason you actually want to watch the show, head over to Impact Plus and do it. Or maybe it's in your own personal collection. I wish it wasn't in my personal collection, but I'm a completist. And I enjoy torture. That's why we're here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, dude, last week.
It sounds like Alex Wright music. Like a version of it.
Seeing Harris beating down on Jeff Jarrett. He's got the guitar. Remember, we discussed, hey, has Jeff Jarrett ever been hit with his own guitar? And then all of a sudden he grabbed it. Chris Harris grabbed the guitar, and then of course here comes Raven to stop him. Because I feel like he had to have as well, but I can't think of a time I've ever seen it happen.
Yeah, I don't remember it either, but I'm sure that at some point.
You think if I do a Google chat? Let's see. Jeff Jarrett hit with his own guitar.
He's had it.
I don't know, dude.
You don't think that Sting at some point has done it?
No, Sting only beats it up with the baseball bat.
He's never hit him with it?
I don't know. Well, let's see. There's this video here. This is like when he just came back to WWE current day, and it says, "Oh," but this isn't his own guitar, so I don't know if I count this.
What is it? China doing it?
No, it's Elias. Like when he just came in, it says Elias bashes Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg with guitars.
I think I would count that.
I need to know if it's his own guitar.
Are you talking about like the
2019, January 28th?
No, I know that, but I'm saying, are you like referencing like the Chosen One guitar?
I guess I don't really care. Okay, Elias, there he is. He hits Road Dogg or BG James on the back with it. Here comes Jarrett. He's about to do something with it. Jarrett's got to take his glasses off, his coat. Okay, Elias beats him down. We're still on the highlight package, guys. Road to the Steel Cage. So as we're looking up Jeff Jarrett being hit with his own guitar stuff, you're not missing anything. Okay, Jarrett's got it in his hand. I fast-forwarded it a little because it's taking forever. He's like, you guys want to see it? Of course, we're in WWE, so I can't hit him in the head with this guitar. So Elias takes it, hits him on the back. It does smash. It was his guitar, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, that definitely counts.
Okay, so if anything, on January 28th, 2019, Jeff Jarrett finally got hit with his own guitar. If anything.
That's funny. I was hoping that I could find one, like, before that, but I don't see anything.
Because if you type it in, it's only like him smashing other people. That's the only one I've seen.
Right.
with him getting hit.
Right.
Once
He's
again,
had a
if
lot
you
of
guys,
people with guitar.
oh, dude, you name them, they've been hit with a Jeff Jarrett guitar, I feel like. And here we go. Finally, our opening package, 3 minutes and 34 seconds into the show. But I do love the song. It's the same song as the opening of our show, if you guys are curious, if you haven't actually watched along with us.
Oh, it looks like X-Pac did it.
What?
Yep.
Where? Can we do have a date?
It's definitely WWF.
Okay.
There's a pic. I'm thinking it's got to be around. I don't think it was SummerSlam '98, was it?
Okay. Here we go. Team UK versus Team AAA. The format, if you're not familiar with the format, we're going to read this for you guys. 4-man teams with captains. Winners of the first round singles matches, you get 1 point each. Winners of the 2 second-round tag team matches, you get 2 points each. Then there's the third round 8-man elimination tag team match. You get 2 points per elimination. The team with the most points wins America's X Cup. In the event of a tie, the 2 team captains meet in a singles match, and that will happen next week if that happens. We've gotten pretty close to that happening, but I feel like they haven't done it yet. Probably because why would you not want the finish of your X Cup? Oh, Extreme Dean.
Extreme Dean.
Wow. Okay. So this is Dean Allmark. Extreme Dean.
Extreme with an X.
They're saying he's the youngest, least experienced on the team. 20 years old. Holy crap.
Who is he going to be suckered in here to? It looks like it's Aguila.
Crowd's cheering him pretty good, man.
Yeah, okay. It's probably just edits.
No, they don't do that in TNA.
Yeah, they do.
It's not fucking Raw, Bob. We
You
don't
want to
have
know? You want to know who really did poor crowd edits?
Who's that?
ECW.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I knew they did.
The crowd's going nuts for Chili Willy, and then you look at the crowd and like no one's even moving.
Mm.
I only say that because I've been watching a lot of Hardcore TV 2000.
Oh, okay.
Baby, put it in my veins. It's better than this bullshit.
Okay,
we got an hour 49 and 18 minutes left. If you're following along, or
Aguila's got some purple hair. Okay, so Bob, you know what I'm going to ask you? What can you tell us about Extreme Dean?
Oh shit!
Indie news or otherwise, dude.
Like fucking making me do this shit again.
Thank God Bob's not laying in his bed for this show. He'd be falling asleep.
I'd be long gone. Long gone. All right, let's see here. 2004. Okay, so he only worked for one company. All Star Wrestling. In England. Wait a minute.
Oh, see, as he just they're in like an arm bar now, and he like fixed his pants in the twist of the arm bar, and that pissed me off.
Yeah, you don't fix your gear.
First off, they didn't have to be. They didn't move, but he still like adjusted them, and that in the middle of a move.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know any of these people that he has wrestled, although it looks like back on. So I take that back. I guess he did wrestle somebody. January 10th in England, he teamed up with a guy named Kid Cool, who is not known to be anybody else. I thought maybe it was like Scotty Too Hotty under a fucking. But they teamed up to defeat Paul Burchill in the Brooklyn Brawler in a best 2 out of 3 falls match.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then he also wrestled Mikey Whiplash, which is not Whipwreck. So don't.
Wait.
That was on February 12th. He beat Mikey Whiplash.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody. I don't know any about. None of these people they're all England guys.
We do have listeners in the UK, so I mean, You can just give us something here. Maybe we have some big fans of Kid Cool and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I guess. On April 3rd, 4 days before the show was aired, he lost to Julio Torres. I feel like these guys in England took the names of well-known U.S. guys and then just changed it up a little bit. So like Julio Torres was like, oh, hey, Julio De Niro. I'll be Julio Torres.
I like Mikey Whiplash.
Mikey Whiplash for sure had to be something like that. Justin Starr. Okay, Austin Starr. Now, I know Austin Starr doesn't exist in 2004. The name doesn't. But...
No, well, then you kind of... You didn't win that one.
The Dream Team, okay? Are we taking Brutus Beefcake and fucking Greg Valentine's tag team name on purpose? What are we doing here? Dean Too Extreme and Kid Cool?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. These fucking guys are...
Extreme Dean kicks out of a heel kick.
No, wait a minute. Is this the same guy? No. Okay, so here's even... Wait, it is.
Oh.
Holy shit. Okay.
Breaking news.
Yeah. How did I overlook this? On January 13th, Dean Too Extreme and the Flatliner, which I don't think is anybody else. No. They defeated Phil Powers and Jake the Snake Roberts.
So what? Wow, he's got some high-profile matches.
Apparently. So
and he doesn't have gear that fits, so because he keeps adjusting it. Now it's falling down at least, but
yeah, and now he's got to fix his gear, so that's good.
Wow, dude, we've done so many headlocks in this. This is already a letdown, but okay. Well, has Mr. Aguila done anything cool?
Don't say I didn't tell you, but like, come on. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now for Mr. Aguila. It's never easy with these guys. You know, there's so much stuff. I pick and choose the pages, and there's nothing.
Mr. Aguila just tried to like slide underneath a clothesline, but his pants must have like stuck to the ground because he didn't get very far.
There are no notes for Mr. Aguila.
Okay. Well, I'm going to request that someone make me a pair of pants like Mr. Aguila that I can wear.
I have a bunch of boxers that are like that.
Well, it sounds like you need to buy some new ones then, Bob.
No, you know what? I mean, no one else is looking at them, so...
Well, there's some lucha moves off the ropes, going from the arm drag, picks him up, power slam.
Oh, I thought he was about to beat him.
That was a 2 count.
If only I could get so lucky. See, even the crowd's like, that was 3 because they want this match to be over.
I'm not saying you're wrong about that. I'm just saying this is what we got to do. We got to watch Extreme Dean. He doesn't seem very extreme to me. He mostly does headlocks. Breaks the eyes, though, Mr. Aguila. Going off the ropes, come back underneath the legs. Holy shit. What a roundhouse kick. He might have just killed him.
Might have just broke his jaw. What the hell was that, Dean? Jeez. You could hear, he didn't have to smack his leg or nothing. You could hear the contact right to the jaw.
Yeah, that was quite the kick. Oh, God. Oh, God, what an awful reverse DDT.
Yeah, that was not good.
Goes for another kick, but Aguila ducks it. Aguila going for a set-out facebuster. Oh, split leg moonsault. And he wins. Team AAA.
You know, I feel like Team UK probably shouldn't win any of the matches.
You think it should just be like them get fucking their ass whooped?
Yeah. But so, you know what? Actually, is that a flaw in this tournament? Because if that were to happen, let's say they won all of the singles matches and like one tag team match, would you even need to do the rest of it?
Because they'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Yeah, because they couldn't catch up in the elimination match.
So, like, yeah, there'd be no point.
Yeah, hey, we got a sit-down interview with Mike Tenay and Raven talking about his road to the cage. Sure, this is not our only sit-down interview we're going to be getting tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of promos.
Chris Harris's fate is sealed. Destiny is something you fulfill. Pain is something you endure. He's saying he's going to fulfill his destiny, become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. His hair doesn't look as weird when it's wet and slicked back like he has it here, but like on the shows, it's been very like poofy.
Yeah.
He's growing back out. Right here, it doesn't look bad though. He's talking about Jarrett. He's a master psychologist, ring general. So now he's talking very positively about Jarrett. Oh, Raven says he's like a 4-star general. Difference is going to be seen in the match next week. Of course, he's talking about that Chris Harris match.
You think you hear me knocking? I think I'm coming in.
That's right. I give you props for being logical.
Look at now you're copying me.
And I'm just really into what's happening here. I do actually have a note about Raven, but I'm kind of waiting to see what else he says here. He's talking about how AJ Styles, Sonny Siaki being favorites of Vince Russo, and now Raven's been put on the back burner.
You know, this is weird though what he's saying because Raven like refused to join sex.
That was a different time, Bob.
Yeah, but wouldn't that maybe like contribute as to why maybe he fell out of favor?
Yeah.
But then I guess Russo's born again, so you shouldn't like hold that against them.
Raven says, "I'm not the guy who you want representing your company." He's talking about Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction.
That was like 3 months ago. 2 months ago.
Throwback. Is that really this year?
I think so.
Wow.
With Timberlake?
Yeah. Holy crap, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. I remember at the time not thinking it was a big deal.
I was obviously a kid, and I remember watching it and my mom being like I remember her talking to someone like, I think he saw it, and it's like, okay, it's a boob.
Mom, little do you know, but I've been watching Judgment Day 2004 a whole bunch with fucking Tori Wilson on it. So.
You know I bought that DVD on purpose. we were at Media Play, dude. I remember this. This is a good story for you brought it up.
Obviously, Judgment Day 2004 came out after.
Well, I know.
Well,
I
after
know.
this review.
You're right. But I bought that on purpose because I wanted to see the Tori Wilson bikini contest.
Damn right.
And I bought the Divas Undressed DVD, which my grandma thought was a porn DVD. And my mom was like, no, it's wrestling. They wouldn't do that. Anyways, Raven just said our favorite catchphrase. Road to the Steel Cage. Next week, Raven.
I don't think when I bought that VHS, I don't think I knew about that bikini contest. And when I saw fucking Tori Wilson in like nothing, I was fucking shocked.
I knew well about it. She was my fave. So
this is
okay.
like
So
the best fucking VHS ever.
Not a bad little promo there by Raven though. I think you hear me knocking. I think I'm coming in. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And here's Robbie Dynamite. That's right, Robbie Dynamite from Team UK coming out. We'll ask Bob about him in a minute.
Right.
My note about Raven, though, is so there was a Dave says regarding the Raven and the USA Today story. So I can't remember if we talked about this interview at all on air or not. I remember reading about it though, but what he actually said was that he was at his worst shooting up the quantity of OxyContin equivalent to 200 to 240 Percocets a day. As unbelievable as that sounds, so he wasn't taking 200 pills a day, and that's the part that we may have discussed, but he was taking drugs with the effect of that or more when he hit rock bottom several years ago. So that's when he is at his worst.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. This is heavy metal. I like his pants. They're tights, not pants, but
I like his energy.
Yeah, he already is like coming. Like, cause remember when they showed him last week, he was acting all tough, He seems like he's got more charisma than standing there with
Yeah.
sunglasses looking like Masahiro Chono.
Yeah. He definitely does. This Robbie Dynamite guy is kind of giving me a British version vibe of David Young.
Oh, okay. You know who I was kind of thinking is like, maybe it's just because he's a little bit shorter and. Oh, and you know what? No, David Young's the right one. David Young's the right one. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say like Chad Collier.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. It's like a mix of it. It's like a mix of Collier and David Young. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it definitely is. He's got True Brit written on the back of his tights.
I like how you said, oh no, it's definitely David Young as soon as there was a close up of it. Like, yeah, no, David Young.
I mean, he's got the same body pretty much. He's
That's
a little
what I'm
bit.
saying. Yeah.
He's a little bit thicker. David Young's been getting in better shape, so it's.
Yeah, David Young's been slimming out. Yeah.
Oh, look at that counter! Oh, armbar! Oh, he counters it. Oh shit!
Right,
This match is already better than the last one.
Don't fake your excitement, okay, Dallas?
No, I like that. That was a nice counter.
No, come on. Keep your integrity in check. Robbie Dynamite. Once again, this is another fella that I mean, I really don't know the majority of the people here.
Oh, his name is about the Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't wrestle like him. So.
Nope.
Here's an interesting one. All the way back on March 8th, 2003, Slick Wagner Brown defeated Robbie Dynamite, SWB. That's our boy.
That's right. That's right.
Underground King. Yeah, I mean, he teamed up with Steve Strong to defeat the Natras Boys, which was Jay Natras and Shady Natras. That was on May 17th, 2003. And apparently, May 17th, 2003 is the last time Robbie Dynamite wrestled, according to Cage Match, before the show.
Wow.
So, he must not get a whole lot of bookings.
Okay. Well.
And you know what? It's funny you mentioned Chad Collier, because it looks like later in the year he wrestles Chad Collier.
No, that is funny.
All right. That's all there is for him. And then let's go to Heavy Metal. I don't think no, it looks like he's doing AAA stuff. Yeah, and I mean, I wish I could sit here and pronounce these names, but just go to Cage Match, guys.
Just give us a couple, Bob. What's the most recent, like, 2 matches?
Well, back on November 30th, 2003, Mr. Aguila teamed up with David Young to defeat El Zaro and Heavy Metal.
Holy shit! We couldn't even get through the indie notes because the match is over.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, Dynamite.
Wow, dude. I think Heavy Metal had a pretty good show in there. He's got a Sting tattoo on his left pec.
Maybe he's in the movie. All right, cool. Well, now that the match is over, I don't have to worry about indie notes. So,
I was going to give everyone a reminder that match, the first match, and the next 2 we are going to be watching were actually taped on the March 24th edition, and there's about 1,000 people in attendance for those.
Yeah. So that's all.
Chris Harris talking here behind a cage, in front of a cage. Just path him on the road I'm on. Actually, that is the cage, and he's in the ring because that's the entrance behind him. So they set up part of the cage.
Do you think they've set up the whole thing or just the one side?
That's definitely the one side.
Definitely. I wouldn't set up the whole thing. It'd be stupid.
No way. Unless they needed it for the Sting shoot.
That's true. That's a good point.
Your destiny is just met 6'4", 240-pound roadblock. I will take you out on my way to being here. He's looking at the cage. It's so dramatic. My roadblock is you, Raven. What about me? What about Raven?
What about Raven? What about you, Raven?
What about Chris Harris? Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
Knock, knock.
I think you
Chris Harris. And I'm about to knock your brains out.
This is very dramatic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's saying what I haven't been in the title picture as long as you, Raven. Yeah. Chris, you've been in the title picture for all of about 2.5 weeks. So what are we talking about?
We've been dealing with politics, this and that. Okay. So, Bob, you know how we get these really great video packages and all this during these shows with all this creepy music and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you could apply because TNA is looking for a new video editor with a college degree that either lives in or willing to move to Nashville.
What, they're demoting Jeremy Borash?
Nope. Alvarez says he thinks that the stress is finally getting to him because he's been handling most of the duties. Now, if you're interested, you have to be able to work with Final Cut Pro and Avid, and they want a sample CD of your work along with the application resume to TNA Entertainment, and then you're going to send that over to Craig Blashschmidt, Marketing, Cummings Station Suite 302, 209 10th Avenue, South Nashville, Tennessee, 37203.
Did you say Avid? Isn't it Avid?
Avid. I don't know. I don't use Avid. Is it AVID? I don't know.
I think it's just Avid.
Avid.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I don't use it, so either one of those was good for me. So if you want to send your resume, there you go.
This guy. Come on, Chris. We get it, dude. We get it. You want the title. All right. Cool. Politics. We only have an hour and 30 minutes and 32 seconds left in the show. That's it.
And if you're following along the real way, we are actually in 25 minutes right now. Wow. The winner faces Jeff Jarrett on April 21st. I think they said that day before, so now we officially have the date of that cage match.
I thought originally it was supposed to be the 14th. They must have moved it back.
No, I think originally, but then it didn't line up with the way they were doing the whole plan.
Right.
Here we go. Frankie Sloan. I definitely know this guy. Just kidding. 14 years. He's the veteran of the 4-man team here. Okay.
And so he's got to win then. Right?
Yeah. Did they just mention he wrestled in Saudi Arabia? Is he the original WWE Saudi show guy?
I hope not.
Oh, he's fighting the fucking team captain, Hector Garza, who's looking shredded right now.
He ain't beating Hector Garza. I mean,
there's no way.
There's no way. Do you want to know what Frankie Sloan's been up to or what?
Yeah, of course they do. Oh, Hector Garza is unbeaten in singles matches in TNA.
All right. So back on this is ridiculous. Back on February 18th. Apparently Frankie Sloan's been having a feud with Gangrel. Because there's a bunch of matches here. So back on February 1st, he lost to Gangrel. On February 18th, he lost to Gangrel. On March 5th, he lost to Gangrel. He lost to Paul Burchill on February 27th. And then he teamed up with Robbie Brookside, and they were known as the Liverpool Lads, where he finally defeated Gangrel and Thunder.
Wow.
All of this is, by the way, for ASW in England.
You might remember Robbie Brookside from his stint in WCW. I don't know who Robbie Brookside is. Bob, do you know who Robbie Brookside is?
Yeah, I definitely have heard of it. I've heard of his name. And it looks like he was in WCW from 97 to 98.
Wow.
You want to hear some Robbie Brookside matches from 1997?
No, that doesn't apply to what we're watching.
Well, here we are. So back on February 7th, 1997, Robbie Brookside teamed up with Doc Dean to lose to the Amazing French Canadians, and that was not a WCW Pro taping. I have 12 more. So here, no, I'm not going to do all 12.
Now, listen, I know we have one more UK match, singles match, so we don't even know how James Mason is going to do. Okay, and with all due respect, isn't there some better UK guys we could have got?
Oh, absolutely. Paul Burchill.
Apparently, Paul Burchill.
Doug Williams.
Yeah, Doug Williams, I think, was even mentioned as a name originally in some of my notes, but
Johnny Storm.
I just don't understand.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, stop it.
Gangrel.
I mean this in a nice way. But so far, Team UK has looked like a class of like students.
Yeah.
Compared to Team
I was thinking
AAA,
the same thing.
they look like students. Like, this looks like we went to our local independent show. They decided to have a battle royal with literally 20 students. You don't know who any of them are. But Frankie Sloan's one of them. He's the ring crew general, man. He's walking around. He's doing ring crew. And yeah, did he just get to be a SmackDown security guard? Yeah, he did.
Okay. If only that were true. Hector Garza, he teamed up with the Headhunters, which is Headhunter A and Headhunter B, to defeat Granda, Latin Lover, and Tidnabulis Jr.
Wow.
That was in Mexico, if you couldn't guess, and that was for Wrestling in Reynosa. That was the show.
Awesome. That's it? That's all he did?
From the time between the last time we saw him, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Pretty interesting. I kind of hope Hector Garza kind of sticks around in TNA after the X Cup shit's done.
Yeah, I think he's entertaining. He's definitely good. He's good enough.
Oh, working the knee. He just slammed down that left knee on the mat. Garza's not going to be able to finish competing.
Okay,
Variation of the death lock.
He's a submission specialist.
Look at this. Oh, Garza grabs the rope. Good thing he was right next to it.
A coward. Only a coward reaches for the ropes.
Right.
I'd rather you break my leg.
Yeah, I would rather you break my leg than to fucking let me grab the rope right there.
I'm telling you, dude, I earned the respect of my cousins back when I was like 8. Because like he put me in an ankle lock. And I'm talking like I did not give up.
Wow.
I refused. And I mean, it hurt like a motherfucker. But I would not give up. And he was like, I can't. He was like, Pop, are you okay? Like, I thought you would have tapped. And I was like, nah, dude. Never.
No, I'm good, man.
That shit hurt. Oh my God. Is this match over yet? What are we doing? Oh, he's going back to he just kicked his knee out of his knee.
Wow, dude. I mean, this is brutal.
I have a feeling that for like the votes next week, it's going to be like 3 people. And I think every match is going to get a vote for worst match of the night.
I already got my worst match, so we'll see what happens. But
the opener,
dude, the opener was brutal.
I mean, he had a nice like kick.
One kick.
Yeah, that's all it takes, dude.
One kick.
That's all you need.
He's working the leg of Hector Garza. If this dude gets a win over Hector Garza, it's going to be the biggest win in his fucking career.
You're probably going to hang up on me, but Frankie Sloan kind of reminds me of Jungle Boy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is it because he's got long hair and he's like skinny?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess in that case, I also think of Jungle Boy. But let me tell you, one of them works a lot better than the other one.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously. I mean, Frankie Sloan is clearly the work rate guy of the two.
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, he does got this cool custom gear that his
he doesn't rely on a dinosaur to get him over.
Oh God.
So.
Yeah, I'm not even getting into it.
All right.
I'm not even getting into that guy.
Okay. We only have an hour, 22 minutes, and 24 seconds left.
Andrew Thomas kicks the hand of Frankie Sloan because he was holding it for leverage.
Hey, you don't do that to a Brit. What is this guy doing?
Do you know who I am? Oh, he got elbowed. Oh, Hector Garza with another one. And, oh, shit. I have a feeling, I'm going to call it right now. I think Team AAA is going to win all the singles matches and then lose both the tag team matches, which is then going to lead to them being tied going into the finals.
I think AAA is going to win every single match.
Well, if they're smart.
I think they're going to win every single match, and then they're going to eliminate all the guys in the main event.
I hope that at this rate, the elimination match better be literally 5 minutes long.
I want to know who thought this was a good idea.
Well, it sounded like the original plan was that they wanted a Team Japan, but they couldn't get like guys fast enough.
Yeah, but like just do Team NWA again. You have to do a different country.
Honestly, they probably should have as like the redeeming one. Like, hey, we're gonna get it back.
And they already did Canada.
And I feel like with the Team NWA stuff, it's kind of like they're still like going with the teams on the show. So it's not like
Didn't they want to do like a Team IWA thing too, but then they stopped working with them?
No, they were going to do like a NWA versus IWA show. So I don't think it was going to be an X Cup kind of style. I think it was going to be a little bit different than that. I think that actually could have been a good show because we would have had different singles matches. I could have seen different singles matches. I don't think that was going to be like the same guys fighting everyone.
Okay.
That's my prediction. I don't know because, of course, it didn't happen. But also, it's kind of interesting. We're doing this America's X Cup, and we have a team that is not in North America or South America, for that matter, fighting for it. Doesn't this enter the world? Shouldn't they have switched the name?
You're acting like TNA's ever made mistakes before.
Oh,
he's got a thong on, so must be a fan of Scott Steiner.
Well, it wasn't pink.
That's true. It also wasn't at the Royal Rumble. So.
That's right. Hector Garza climbing to the top. Remember, his knee's supposed to be hurt. Is he going to be able to hit this? Is he going to do one of his twisting corkscrew moves? Boom. That's it. It's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. That's right. Screw you, Frankie Sloan. Hector Garza just whooped your ass. Actually, I'll tell you what. Hector Garza got a lot less offense in that than you would have expected.
I don't think there's any way that we see Team UK ever again. There's no way, right?
Yeah. Well, we're going to Scott Hudson with Taylor and Team UK. There's tension in the back here. Look at this. David Taylor is pissed.
Oh, bloody hell, you all suck.
Sick and tired of seeing you lose. Frankie just came in. What's happened? Bob, tell us, what's Dave Taylor been up to? He's on the show. We can talk about him.
In 2004?
Yeah.
Good question. Let me check it out here.
Okay, James Mason being told we're going to go out there and show him.
I should be able to talk about anybody that is from Great Britain. Or from England, I mean.
Here he is.
James Mason. Great.
I like that they had to have Team UK coats, kind of like Team Canada. Had cool Canadian coats.
What in the world? Dave Taylor had a match in 2019 against Ice Train. Are we fucking trolling me?
Bob, you got to review that show now.
Oh my god. It happened in Germany. They must have been watching like Saturday Night from like 1996 over there. And they were like, dude, Ice Train and Dave Taylor do it. That is bizarre.
James Mason versus Abismo Negro is up next year.
Shit. Okay, so the last time Dave Taylor wrestled, according to Cage Match, was on July 28, 2002.
Oh.
And he lost a match to a guy named Drew McDonald for FWA.
Okay.
Dave Taylor apparently wrestled for HWA in Ohio. He teamed up with Lashley LaRue to defeat Cody Hawk and Tony B on October 31st, 2001.
I can't believe we got Abismo Negro versus young Kurt Angle here, guys. I mean, this is impressive.
Oh, fuck you, dude. That's a young Big Vito if I've ever seen it.
I'm just saying he's wearing red. The only thing he's missing is white, and he's got blue at the bottom, and he's
If
bald.
you look up Big Vito's WCW attire, that's pretty much it, just different colors. Not like Italian colors.
I just think of the dress.
Is that around this time that he does that? No, it's like 2005, isn't it?
That probably sounds more right, but I don't know for sure. Now, with all due respect, Abismo Negro generally seems to be the least impressive of Team AAA. So is he gonna take the fall here?
He could.
I don't know, dude. If Team UK's captain already lost, I don't know.
I know. If you have your top guy lose, I don't know what to tell you. Do you want to know what James Mason's been up to, or like no?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't know what is up with Gangrel going to England and just beating everybody, but he beat James Mason back on February 29th,
Dude.
2004. And then on March 20th, James Mason defeated Chris Hero.
Really?
Yep.
So this guy must be real good.
Well, by the looks of it, that's not true.
Off the rope with a shoulder block, which turned Abismo Negro inside out. Goes for the cover, 2 count. That just made me pop out of my seat.
Yeah, not because you're probably sliding out of your chair. Abismo Negro teamed up with Blue Demon Jr. and Psychosis in a losing effort against Antifaz, Electroshock, and Hitar.
Wow.
Back on March 28, 2004 for AAA.
It's Blue Demon.
Blue Demon Jr.
No, just Blue Demon.
Blue Demon.
Come on.
Blue
Laying
Demon.
those punches in. He's trying to tell James Mason to get up because he was nailing him in the corner. Oh, kicks the back of the leg.
Kick right into the nuts.
Oh, fucking right hand. Open hand punch. Oh.
Well, he was definitely trained by Dave Taylor because Dave Taylor would do that somersault roll thing.
Really? Oh, look at that.
I've seen that enough times.
Oh, it's a submission. I thought he was going to do a double underhook DDT, but instead
I thought he was going to do a suplex.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Dallas, you know what? Good news. That's all the news for the guys involved in the tournament. So.
Next up, well, we'll talk about some more during the tag team title finals, maybe.
Hopefully not.
Look at this, like, shitty octopus stretch. Oh, there we go.
That doesn't.
Oh, okay. He couldn't hold it. He couldn't hold it in too long. Negro grabs the ropes. That's right. They're working on that left leg in the previous match. Here they're doing submission moves. Working on the shoulders. Will it come into effect in those tag matches?
I'm going to have to say, I don't think the strategy's been working.
I don't know why you'd say that, Bob.
Well, they haven't won a match.
Well, Bob, while we're going through this here, here's another note for you. I'm trying not to blow through them because I think the tag matches, we're going to need them. But Alvarez points out here that the talk about the Fox Sports Net deal has died down, though nobody is sure what that means. It could mean it's dead, or it could mean it's pretty much a certain, or it could mean nothing has changed. Basically, when the show is on the air, it's confirmed. Until then, it's not.
Frog Splash. Is he going to get him 1, 2? No. Fox Sports Net. Cooling down.
Yeah. We do have a little bit. I have a little bit more notes about that as well. Because that was Alvarez. Then Dave kind of talks a little bit about it, but I'm also choking on my coffee.
Listen, pal.
Oh, shit.
Dave Taylor with a flag shot to the back. Listen here, pal. If I have to watch this, you have to watch this. You can't be choking on your coffee and getting out of this.
Wait a second. I'm not going to say anything else yet because I feel like modified
chicken wing. He ain't gonna tap, is he?
Yeah, dude, he's done. Yep, he gives up.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? It took interference to get a win.
Yes, it did.
That makes it only 3-1 now.
Oh, family member Dallas and Kid Kash. Talking about how they've gotten through all those other teams, and tonight they're in the finals. And talking about beating Daniels and Loki tonight. Most talented pound for pound wrestler in the industry. Let's see. Do you think Dallas and Kid Kash could defeat Daniels and Loki? Let me tell you something, Chris Daniels. You've been in the business as long as I have. I'll tell you what, boy. The only thing you forgot was the talent. He asked for his wrestling license to be turned back in. Let me talk about low key. You think you're so tough. You think you're so big. Let's talk about how so tough and big you are. Well, he said, oh my God. He said, there's not much to talk about. And I'm going to quote Kid Kash here, because you're a little midget.
Well, I hope Loki didn't hear that, because he will probably kick him right in the face.
Oh. Dallas is looking at the camera, and Kid Kash just slapped him in the chest. And I feel like he knew it was coming, but also wasn't really expecting him to hit him that hard.
Probably not.
He didn't really move a lot, but you could tell like he kind of like, what? Can I ask a question of Dallas? Dallas, do you want to talk? And he says no.
Do you think Dallas is nervous? Because it looks like he's blushing.
No, I think that's just his look. Here's a scoreboard. Team UK has 1 point. Team AAA has 3. And I know up next, Bob, some of my favorite parts of the tournament where we get tag team matches.
You know what? I think Dallas should have teamed up with David Flair, and they could have been known as Rosy Cheeks.
Okay.
You ever seen David Flair? He always has rosy cheeks.
Yes, I've seen David Flair.
Yeah, and so does Dallas. Rosy cheeks. Could have been the tag team.
Okay, so now, Bob, as a reminder, these shows were filmed. This match was filmed last week.
Great.
Frankie Sloan and Robbie Dynamite.
Oh, God. This is brutal.
You know, this isn't as bad as I thought.
No, this is even worse.
Well, the fact that we're not even at an hour yet is actually kind of bad, but
yeah, the fact that there's still an hour and 9 minutes left.
Mr. Aguila and Hector Garza. Garza's still selling his knee. Good for him. He's doing a little limp. I would have forgot about it in a week, so.
That is pretty good.
I think so.
That he kept it up for a week.
Aguila not wrestling in a shirt this week. That's actually, he usually does, so that's kind of surprising. Oh, listen. Okay, we've broken continuity. I didn't want to have to bring this up. I think his thong is a different color, Bob. I think it was red last week.
Well, you know what? Maybe he changes it.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's probably
gotta have clean gear.
He's still wearing the same pants, but I mean, you can see it. Listen, I'm not going out of my way to look for it, but you can see it through the pants. Wait a second, he's wearing different gear too. Robbie Dynamite, that is.
Yeah, he is.
Ah, shit. We've ruined all of our continuity in the America's X Cups. We've been doing so good up until this point.
All right. Leave it to Team UK to mess it all up.
I think actually, yeah, it's definitely their fault. I'm surprised Aguila's hair is still purple.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, let's talk about Fox Sports Net a little bit more. Dave kind of has an interesting... I'm not reading the whole thing because it's quite long. But, I mean, the Observer on the April 12th edition here, where I'm getting this from, talks about UFC and TNA's TV deals. So UFC is also apparently trying to get a TV deal around this time. And so he notes how they couldn't be more different as products, but there is the key business similarity because they're both promoting regular pay-per-views with little or no television, which is pretty interesting. So there have been talks for weeks of TNA getting a deal with Fox Sports, and that those who are very close to the negotiations told us this past week that the Jarretts were going to try to hammer out the final negotiations to put together a package, which would also include them hiring a New York-based agency to sell ad time. Terms of the deal are unknown, and close to a deal when you are talking television means nothing until it's signed. They are talking about doing a 1-hour show that would be taped weekly, probably in Florida. We've talked about this before as well. There is no official start time, but those in the company were hopeful for June. After meeting all day on April 1st, the Jarretts flew to Las Vegas to meet with White the next day. And I'm assuming that is Dana White they went to meet with. As Aguila goes for a super kick that he didn't quite hit all of.
So you're telling me of all the people, you know who Dana White is?
What does that mean?
There's a whole bunch of people you don't know, but you know who Dana White is.
Yeah, of course I know who Dana White is.
Interesting.
And he also finally notes that the idea for both UFC and TNA that a national cable show will change the company's economics. So it's going to be a big deal for both these companies. Of course, we're not following UFC, so we aren't going to be really talking about them, but it's pretty interesting how they're both trying to get these TV deals around the same time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously TV, helps both of them or whatever, but I mean, UFC doesn't really seem like it's something that would need television. It's like boxing. Like boxing doesn't usually have television.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that completely. I think it's a really great point. As Hector Garza throws over, oh my God, what's his name? I forgot his name. We just saw him wrestle.
Dana White.
No. Frankie Sloan. Frankie Sloan. Jesus. Yeah, and so kind of bouncing off of that a little bit more. I got two more things that kind of bounce off of this, so I just might as well talk about it. There were negotiations going over the past week to finalize that deal, kind of what we just mentioned. They're targeting June as the start deal. Yeah, we heard that. It was to get this deal that caused them to clean up the product, which generally has been better received. Fox Sports Net insisted on no tits and ass, no beer drinking, no heavy blood, no foul language, and rude gestures. Dave says that he's of the impression that it'll be some sort of deal where TNA either buys the time, the airtime, and gets to sell ad time, or something along those lines. And also, that's kind of where one of our first backstage guests last week kind of comes into play, because Jimmy Hart was backstage at the show last week because he was very important in this Fox deal. He knew someone. What?
I said, really? That Jimmy Hart played a role in that?
Yes, he did. He knew someone who knew the type of thing. He also can't appear on TNA until mid-April.
Is Garza tapping or what? No, okay, because he wasn't. Aguila comes in to save the kick on the ankle lock there.
Yeah, he's freaking lucky, dude. So Hart can't appear on TNA until mid-April because he signed something when he was appearing on the WWE WrestleMania DVD because of his Hall of Fame intro for Greg Valentine at the time, which barred him from appearing for a rival promotion.
Oh man. Okay.
So we won't see Jimmy Hart back on TV for a while, which is probably fine.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
No. Yeah, man. Pretty interesting. Jimmy Hart has been helping out with this deal here as we're working the leg more on Hector Garza during this match. And I only got two more notes, but we'll talk about them during the next two matches. And then we'll try to enjoy the tag team match at the end of the show, probably note-free.
I don't think time has gone so slow in my life.
Yeah, if you're following along, we're still not at an hour. We're at 52 minutes and 28 seconds.
How is this possible?
I don't know, man.
It's like these Team UK guys don't do anything of interest. Nothing. Don West predicting that Garza is going to be submitting here in a minute because of the pain of the left leg. So naturally, Garza kicks him in the face.
Oh, of course.
Aguila tagged in. Jungle Boy into the ropes.
Stop
Close
it.
up.
The fuck?
Garza tag back in, but his knees hurt. Why are we tagging back an injured guy? Oh. Double drop toe hold onto poor Sloan. And okay, we just throw him back down. Uh-oh, wheelbarrow. Wait,
Oh.
what are we doing?
Dude, Frankie Sloan has no clue what's happening.
He has no idea how to take this move. Okay. That was a weird looking wheelbarrow bulldog combo by Garza and Aguila for a 2 count. Extreme Dean makes the save. Or no.
Yep.
Who is that?
No, that's Robbie Dynamite.
That's Dynamite.
Extreme Dean is in the next one.
You know what? This is the rarity where I like really love a 20-minute Jeff Jarrett in ring promo.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Like I would love that. That's what
Listen, we are watching this show for you guys, and listen, if you're enjoying pretty much every show, hold on. If you're enjoying every show besides this one, make sure that you leave us a review wherever you listen to the podcast. Tell us what you think about the show. 5 stars would be great, but you know what? Give your honest opinion, unless it's negative. Bob doesn't like negative.
Nope.
And be sure that you are following us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Facebook at TNA Cross the Line Pod, over on Twitter at Cross the Line TNA, where you'll get posts all week about this awesome show.
And listen here, okay, if you try to tell me that April 7th, 2004 is your favorite TNA show, you might as well just unfollow us, block us. I don't want to hear that.
Oh.
Because I know it's not
fire.
true.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if anyone likes this show, but hey, what do I know?
No way.
It's not done yet, dude. There's still time for this show to be good.
Is it? Because we are finally under an hour left in the show.
Under an hour, but not quite at an hour into the show. So what's that tell you?
There's still under an hour left in the show. I'm not even kidding. I could fall asleep right now.
Well, let's try not to.
I
Let's power
literally
through.
could, though. Because this show is that boring. Uh-oh. Sloan's all by himself. Wait, Dynamite pulls down and out Garza to the floor.
I'm getting nervous here, Bob.
Oh, my God. If freaking these guys beat Aguila and Garza, I mean, I don't even know what to do. There's no way. There's no way they beat the 2 most known guys.
Oh, wow. That was impressive. Oh, super kick.
Oh,
to
super
Dynamite.
kick.
Oh, heel kick. Aguila's got like a camel clutch in, but Dynamite is distracting the referee. Wait.
It's coming out now. Oh, it's Dave Taylor again. Oh, he jabbed him with the flag right in the throat, and then he whacked Garza over the back with it.
Oh my God, Bob, that just made me cringe. He literally stabbed him in the throat with it, and holy shit, Frankie Sloan got the pin on Aguila.
But you'll notice that they are only winning because Dave Taylor has to do something. So they know that these guys cannot win a clean match. How is it 3-3? Oh, is that 2 points?
That's 2 points, yep.
Oh my God.
Hey, so we're talking to Daniels and Loki here. Nice closing moments of that match, but ooh, the cringe of like the fucking thing getting stabbed into his neck. I did not like that.
Yeah, how did we not get a guys in the truck and we get a replay?
Because it was so fast, dude. Christopher Daniels and Loki. We are going to regain the NWA World Tag Team Championship. And we're talking to Daniels. Shout out to Christopher Daniels opening our show.
We should get Loki to do it.
I don't know if he'll do that.
Why not? We like him.
Oh, yeah, I like him. I just don't know if he'll do it. Kid Kash Dallas, you, my friends. We know where we stand. We want those titles. Say your prayers. We go back to the ring now. Yep, that's right. Another tag team match. Don't worry, Bob. During this match, we're going to talk about a Vince Russo interview that took place.
Where?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a few minutes. Just got to know if there's any indie news and get all these guys out here. And
There's no indie news for this.
oh, that's right, because we already
I've
saw
done
these guys
them
were
all.
so. Extreme Dean and Jesus, I can't remember the other guy's name. James Mason. Okay, Heavy Metal and Abismo Negro.
See, I thought these guys would have lost for sure. Not freaking Garza at Aguila.
Abismo is selling. He was working his shoulder, and then he was doing his like arm twist. Like, oh, my shoulder's still kind of sore. I appreciate that.
You know, for some reason, if I was a fan, I wouldn't buy it. I'd be like, dude, your shoulder's not still hurting. I've seen people get thrown off the balcony here, and then they're back a week later, and they're fine.
Remember, this is supposed to be the same show.
Yeah, but like it's a week later.
Right.
So
the Team UK guys are wearing the same gear this time. So Heavy Metal wants to start with James Mason. He's like, I want the big guy. I don't want the 20-year-old.
Heavy Metal sporting a pretty good mullet. We should give him credit for that.
I do like it. It's a nice mullet. Because he's got the side shaved, so it looks nice.
Right.
It's almost like a mohawk.
Extreme Dean tried to get the fans behind him, and they were just like, no.
Right. Trey's got him at headlock here. Okay, so yeah, that Vince Russo interview, it looks like it's with the Miami Herald.
What?
I don't know
what
why.
The hell is Miami Herald for?
I don't know. I don't answer those kind of questions. I just read what happens. So Vince Russo here, he claimed during this interview that he took a hiatus from the company in October and had some time to think about life, love, and all that good stuff.
What newspaper did Alex Marvez work for?
I'd have to go back and look.
I wonder if it was the Miami Herald.
So yeah, he took it for love, life, and all that good stuff, Bob. And he says, quote, not to get philosophical here or anything, but I think the world as a whole is going down, and it's going down in a hurry.
Isn't that true?
Yeah. He goes on to say, I'm getting tired of seeing a lot of things on television and in the newspaper and throughout entertainment. To me, it's just too much. I think we all need to take a long look at ourselves. We need to try to make this a better place for us all. After mulling over that for 4 months, I wanted to come back, but only if I could make a change for the positive and really make people take responsibility and think about their actions.
So Alex Marvez was part of the Miami Herald, so I'm willing to bet that's who interviewed him.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm surprised it's not noted here that it's Alvarez then, because usually they do mention Marvez. Sorry, Marvez. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't mention it then, though. Normally they mention names if they have them. So he goes on to say that he thinks the challenge to him is the storylines. And he says that my challenge is to try to tap into the emotions of the audience, but doing it the right way. He said wrestling was a dirty, backstabbing business, and that young kids today should think about something else to get into.
Who said that?
Vince Russo. That's all the interview. So, I mean, those are the highlights.
Yeah, but like, what? He's saying that they shouldn't get into it?
Yeah, because it's a dirty, backstabbing business. Look at this.
Yeah,
Mason's doing that submission move on Heavy Metal again.
But then on their show, they're like, hey, come to our wrestling school.
Maybe they should have a talk with Vince Russo then, because that doesn't sound like a great idea.
Yeah, what the hell, man? I'd go. I'm going to become a wrestler. I've decided.
It's never too late, Bob. You'd still be younger than when DDP got into it.
That's right. And he's a multiple-time WCW World Champion.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm about to be an AEW World Champion, dude. Screw it.
You could be. James Mason going after Abismo Negro. Oh, it tags him Heavy Metal. You don't want to mess with Heavy Metal, dude.
There's a lot of things I don't want to deal with, and that would be the show. But here I am.
Yeah. I have one more note that we'll discuss during the last match. There's someone else who is backstage. It's a little bit more interesting than Jimmy Hart, I think. And, hey, I did mention we were going to talk about that Ring of Honor stuff, so is that a hint? I don't know. You'll find out soon.
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even talked.
Stop. I'm trying to tease, Bob. I'm being a tease right now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Extreme Dean just accidentally super kicked James Mason. And now Abismo Negro is waiting. He's waiting for him to get up. He's waiting, and he got up. Springboard drop kick. Oh, ducks the clothesline by Dean. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Dude, we're picking up, dude. This is about to be a match of the night. Here we go. Oh, gets him with a shoulder block. Oh, Heavy Metal coming in with a crossbody. Ducks the clothesline by Dean. Pushes him off. Oh, he just slapped him.
That was not like a delicate one either.
Nah, dude. He fucking slapped him right across the face. Oh, shoulder blocks. Oh, look at this. Back handspring and a crossbody. No, 2 count. This match is fucking broken down. Are we going to see a double dive by Heavy Metal and Abismo Negro? Oh, no, they stopped. But there goes Heavy Metal, and there goes Negro. You'll be glad to know, Bob, that Heavy Metal still wrestles today. And as of this recording, he just wrestled like a few days ago.
Who did?
Heavy Metal. He's still in action in AAA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looks like he was defeated by Psycho Clown. And also in the match was Bandito, Cybernetico, and Laredo Kid. So actually probably a pretty good match at the Rey de Rey show.
Oh, man. Is this fucking over yet?
Bob, stop. I'm trying to keep this going here, man. God. Here comes Extreme Dean with a leg drop. And he hits the shoulder.
Just pin him, Dean. For the love of God. And then he pulled off of him. This fucking guy.
Oh, dude, Heavy Metal wrestled in '97 WWF. Look at that. He has a Raw appearance.
Spoilers. Spin kick to Extreme Dean. Captivating.
Indy wrestles in the Rumble in '97. Coming soon to IcoPod. Drop kick on the floor to Extreme Dean.
Missile
Heavy Metal.
drop kick off the apron. Okay, great. Yep. Yeah, Negro, standing Hurricane Rana. Great. Pin him. Just pin him. One. Thomas, come on, dude. You have to know that this show has been torturous. Just fucking finish it. Oh, they're zooming out. Does that mean Taylor's coming out again? No.
No, dude. Double kicks.
That.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Oh, shit. It is Dave Taylor again.
Oh, my God. What's he doing?
No fucking way.
Oh, shit. A bulldog.
Out of like a short arm clothesline turned into a bulldog. There's no way he's about to pin him.
He's not going to pin him, dude. He's going to make him submit.
Again. He had him submit the first time, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
No fucking way, dude. No, he's not.
Holy shit.
What the fuck is going on?
Holy shit. What? I like how they always need Dave Taylor, dude.
Yeah, every time. They can't do it on their own. They need Dave Taylor to do it. That's amazing. Wait, so what are they? Are they up 5-3 going into the final?
Yes, they are. Jarrett's talking on his creepy screen. Abayas.
It is not.
AJ Styles, the golden child.
Round 2 kill.
Not this time. It's down to Wildcat, Chris Harris, and Raven. I said it last week. You two guys, are you going to have to win 3 in a row?
I'd rather Raven
to be NWA champion. Raven, it's been almost a year to the day that you had your shot at the NWA World Heavyweight title.
See, that's not true, though, because he's had other title shots.
Well, his first one.
Right. And I guess against Jarrett, too, but still.
I've forgotten more about wrestling than you'll ever know. Oh, that's quite the statement.
He's trying to escape the stigma of being just a tag team wrestler, Chris Harris is.
Oh, look at that shot. 18,000 strong in AAA.
Are they trying to make it seem as if that opportunity is going to be in TNA with that many people? Because, no.
Probably.
They don't even draw 48,000 people combined a whole year.
Okay, buddy.
At the venue that they're in.
Okay, buddy.
Well.
Okay, buddy.
At least certainly not paid.
No, definitely not paid. This is quite the package. Now, remember, next up, Bob, is the 8-man elimination tag team match. We are at 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 11 seconds. So there's about less than 50 minutes left of the show, I believe. And we have 2 matches left, so that's scary. Chaos breaking out here. Look at it. First time ever in the history of America's X Cup, Team AAA is down. Antonio Pena, Armando Quintero talking here with Team AAA.
Of all the teams, they're down to fucking Team UK. The worst team.
And Pena is not happy. Quintero is translating for us, saying that they're embarrassing Mexico. They better go out there and win. The cup has to go back to Mexico. Are we about to see an upset in the making? I like Scott Hudson being here still, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there real quick.
Oh, yeah. But do they have to sweep? No, they don't.
Oh, no, dude. They need 1 elimination to tie. They literally have to eliminate 2 people and they win. I'm assuming none of them get eliminated. But at this rate, Abismo Negro is the weak link. He will be eliminated. I'm almost positive.
I hope that James Mason makes him submit again. And then next week, it's a submission match against Mason and Negro.
Oh, my God. Here's Team UK.
And it goes for 35 minutes. That's what I want.
Dave Taylor is accompanying them ringside, so you know there's going to be some fuckery involved.
Yeah. He's definitely going to do something.
Actually, Bob is a huge Dave Taylor fan. He's told me a lot about him.
I like Dave Taylor.
Okay, you're not supposed to go along with it. It's kind of a joke. But...
Oh, I do like him, though. I like him part of the Blue Bloods. With Lord Steven Regal and Earl Robert Eaton.
Here they come. Team AAA, dude. Now, this match was filmed after last week's pay-per-view. So, the tag matches were filmed in the opening of the show. This was filmed after.
Well, Garza remembered to limp a little bit. He had forgot there for a minute, and then he remembered.
Yeah. No, Heavy Metal's carrying out the flag, so Pena is not going to be ringside for this. Neither is Armando Quintero. Probably because they're on actually Spanish commentary during this match. I had to bet, but...
Yeah.
Heavy Metal, your flag is wrapped up around the pole, so we can't see it. Holy, Dave Taylor's whipping that thing around, dude. Look, Heavy Metal getting in on the wrong corner. His entire team's on the other side of the ring, and he's still like...
Yeah, and he's going over to the... Yeah. The crowd, for some reason, sounds energetic for it. Have they missed the previous couple of weeks of matches or what?
Well, there's a reason. I was going to actually save it for next week, but it's actually because Dave notes this, that there was far more Hispanic fans at the show than ever before, and that's why Team Mexico is getting such a big reaction.
Really?
Yeah. And if you'll notice, there's 2 giant gaps in the crowd, though, on Hard King's side. If I was JB, I'd be moving some fucking fans over there as soon as I could.
Yeah, no kidding. I've never seen it that empty before.
Dude, there's literally, 5 guys? And besides that, it's almost all empty besides on the right
all
side. All
empty to the left side. Holy shit.
They better fix that for the last match.
Oh, for the...
Tag titles?
That's the same. It was recorded that same day.
Yeah, so the tag title was recorded after this match happened.
Dude, yeah. Everybody, okay, for that match, everyone behind Don West and TNA will be shifted over.
And that being said, I was going to say this as well, but we're talking about the crowd size. This was also going to be a next week note, but it was estimated that about 60% of the crowd stayed after the live show and ended to see the finals as well as the tag team title. So 40% of the crowd apparently has left at this point between this and the next match.
Right. Would you have stayed?
I'm the kind of guy, I paid for the ticket. I'm going to suffer through it at that point, I think.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Now, at the end, I'm probably going to be like, I wish I didn't stay. But yeah,
well, it's
like a baseball game. You know, if it's a blowout, I'm not going to leave at the 7th inning. I paid my ticket to stay.
Right. And you and I have done this before, Bob. I mean, we were at a show and the ended with a very long battle royal that was not fun. And it was already a rough day up until that point.
It's true.
And then lots of stuff happened that day and we stayed it. We did it. And after we were like, okay, that was a rough ending.
Yeah.
We got Aguila and Dean Extreme in the ring here. Oh, with that
damn kick. It's always to Aguila.
It always does, dude.
What is up with that? Does he tell him, hey, man, I'm going to just kick you right on the...
I'm going to kick your fucking head off. Okay, Bob, do you want my final note or should I give it a couple minutes?
I just say, just give it to us now. Why not?
Okay, you got it. So, backstage... last week, Gabe Sapolsky of Ring of Honor was flown in to meet with the Jarretts.
Wow.
Pretty interesting. So, this is a bit more than normal. But the only issue is that TNA wanted to assure that Rob Feinstein had nothing to do with RF Video and Ring of Honor. Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles wanted Sapolsky to fly in for a meeting on March 30th to settle everything. When Sapolsky got there, the Jarretts asked him to sign a piece of paper saying that Feinstein had no involvement or ownership in the company. Sapolsky said that he wasn't running the company or owning a stock in the company. He was only the booker and PR person, and that the person to sign would be Doug Gentry. I might be saying his name wrong.
That's right.
For whatever reason, they wouldn't let him bring the paper back or have a lawyer look at it. But it was basically putting Sapolsky at risk for anything that the company perceived as damages if Feinstein was with the company and somehow it hurt a business relationship. Gentry was willing to sign and may have even done so by that point in time. So ultimately, everything is expected to be straightened out and should be no problem using any talent. It's also noted that TNA didn't bring up anything regarding wanting its wrestlers booked a certain way in storyline fashion or any other qualms other than Rob Feinstein's involvement.
Okay, so if you were to give me something to sign and you say, hey, you can't show this to a lawyer, I'm not going to sign it.
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, that's
kind of sketchy. I do feel like they went into like panic mode with this over the past couple of weeks, which is understandable.
Sure.
It's a very rough situation. But yeah, Bob, that's my final note for tonight.
Yeah, that's Ring of Honor and TNA certainly have a interesting relationship.
Yeah, they do.
Forever. Really,
it is
today.
Even today, because now all of a sudden they're like using Ring of Honor talent,
right? And I know they're not. I know Ring of Honor technically doesn't have, contracts or whatever, but
yeah, it's very interesting. And apparently they're sticking around. I mean,
what are these guys doing? They're just bumping into each other. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, dude, we got friggin' Heavy Metal and Mason, yeah.
They were just bumping into each other. Now Metal stopped running the ropes. He just chopped Dynamite just for the hell of it.
Dude, this is a fucking mess.
This is a train wreck of a match.
That's it. Mason tagged in Robbie Dynamite. Snap suplex on Heavy Metal.
But yeah, I mean, Ring of Honor. I mean, Honor No More. Isn't that that's
Honor No More, right? Which is pretty cool. Deonna Purrazzo, who is obviously signed to Impact, is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
I forgot about that. Running Powers. And what's this guy? British Bulldog?
Right.
Kicks out. course, Heavy Metal kicks out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. And I think that Ring of Honor and Impact is a company that probably should have been working together for a long time. But
Dude, it's since day one. Like,
Yep.
what? Why? Why wouldn't you?
well, we might have to look into
now
why. But
This show is clearly, I mean, this is coming out on April 7th, so obviously the announcement Tony Khan's been, what was that? He just
Heavy
pinned
Metal just got eliminated, which is really lame because I really liked seeing Heavy Metal, so I'm kind of disappointed about that.
7-3 now. Huh? I'm hoping Tony Khan's like, hey guys, guess what? I bought Ring of Honor and Impact. Streaming service is coming out August 1st. For $5.99, you can watch every event of AEW, Ring of Honor, and Impact history, including Explosions from 2002 to 2004.
Yeah, right.
It specifically says that.
TNA Cross the Line podcast, we heard you.
We heard you, dude. We saw the tweets.
They're beating up Hector Garza in the Team UK corner now. Mason's in with him again. Yeah, we'll hopefully find some news out, obviously, within days of this recording. But I got high hopes. And honestly, if that was a streaming service, AEW, Impact, and Ring of Honor, I'd pay some big bucks. I'm just saying.
I just thought about this. How about you had AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, and then Pro Wrestling Guerrilla? Because I'm sure Excalibur would be like, dude, put my shit on there.
You know how much money I'd pay for that?
I'd pay a premium amount for that.
Dude, I'd pay a lot
probably
of money.
cancel my fucking cable service and be like, yo, dude, I'm just fucking watching wrestling all day. Sorry, Sarah. Screw you. We're watching fucking Pro Wrestling Guerrilla tonight. It's 5 hours long. And then New Japan was like, yo, hold my beer. We're going to put all our shit on there too. It's like, yo, what's going on? $40 a month? Sign me up.
$40, baby. Abismo Negro and Extreme Dean, excuse me, rolling each other up. No.
Oh, Jesus. He just dropped him on his head.
Why not?
And then Dynamite made the save. I mean, if I was Dynamite, I'd probably just let him get pinned. Because it's like, dude, you just got dropped on your neck. I don't think you want to keep wrestling. Power bomb. Oh, Negro kicks out again. One more time, baby. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to tell everybody I'm going to do it one more time. And the guy's going to hear me say one more time. So he's going to counter, and he hits a jumping tombstone pile driver. And nobody made a save for him. So
and they're really close to him, so that's kind of interesting.
They were right there. Just jump over the fucking ropes.
Frankie Sloan in the ring here with Abismo Negro. We are 7-5. UK is in the lead. To the replay. Ready? Boom. I'm quiet here because I'm doing some research. I have to know if we're ever going to see Team UK again. I have to know. So I'm looking up, and I'm not saying anything just yet. Give me just a few minutes. Look at Heavy Metal is beating up Dave Taylor.
Well, there goes any chance of Team UK winning.
Right. Wow, dude. James Mason had an appearance in WWE. What did he do? Holy shit. He won a match against MVP on SmackDown?
Who did?
James Mason. In
He beat MVP?
On SmackDown in 2008. In the UK. His only
I am willing to bet you that Matt Hardy cost MVP that match.
I was going to say, he had to have been cost the match.
That's what I have to guess.
Hector Garza to the apron. Aguila kicks Mason. Abismo Negro off the top of the crossbar.
Mason.
Sorry. My bad. That is Frankie Sloan.
That's Jungle Boy, and he's fighting Pentagon Jr. right now.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you guys now, we're never seeing these guys again.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Team UK specifically, by the way.
Yeah, thank God.
At least not this version of Team UK, I guess. Split leg moonsault to Frankie Sloan. That's 3. 7-7. James Mason in the ring with Mr. Aguila and Robbie Dynamite.
That's right. Just come on, AAA. Just what are we doing? Just fucking 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't be this hard. The UK sucks. The show sucks.
I think this is almost a thumbs in the middle. We'll see how the main event
Oh,
goes.
fuck you. If you think this is a thumbs in the middle in any capacity. The next match could be a fucking 7-star match. This is getting a thumbs down. Like,
Look at this.
What is he doing? Weird
Very
cradle
odd
thing. Okay.
Yes, the shorter, stockier styles here. They've been grounding Team AAA is what Don was talking about in commentary. There we go. Are Aguila and Hector Garza going to throw it into each other? Yes. Oh, God.
Brutal collision.
I think this has been the best match out of all of them so far.
I mean, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah, I am. I actually think the last tag match or the one before wasn't awful, but
I think all these matches have sucked.
Hector Garza and Aguila going up to the top. Both moonsaults.
Nice.
There we go. That's what you do, baby.
Oh.
You eliminate both other UK guys.
How could you do a double pin when one set is not legal? But they're probably like, dude, we know this sucks. Let's wrap it up.
Why is that Johnny Fairplay taking pictures on the ringside?
That's not, is it?
There's the America's X Cup. AAA is the reigning. I mean, they have yet to even have a chance of losing this thing. Look, there's Johnny Fairplay. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did see him. Bottom left corner, yeah.
Antonio Pena out here with his team. Waving the flag.
Yeah. He is so proud of his men to retain the cup. This is the biggest win in Mexican wrestling history.
Oh, okay. Great job, guys. We're going to send it to the back now, though.
Dallas, does that mean that that's over?
What?
Does that mean it's over?
It's over. Who's that guy? Oh, we cut away. We'll never know. Vince Russo
and James Storm.
That's right. Chris Harris, Raven. Next week, James Storm is with him. He just clean shaved. Oh wait, Russo's saying you're listening to too many Raven interviews. I did not handpick Chris Harris. He's earned everything that he's got. He wants just one more opportunity. He's going to get it, but he's got to beat Raven next week. But also talking about next week, Jeff's going to come into the building. Oh, he's making an announcement. Because Jeff here thought he was going to have the night off, but he's actually going to be fighting James Storm.
In a non-title match.
That's right. We talked about that before. I didn't think it was going to be announced on the show. I thought they just probably said it online or something, but that's okay. So all I needed to fight. I didn't need a stick, a gun.
No,
I surely didn't need a guitar.
I don't need no guitar.
Yeah, your whole career, your whole life, you walk around like you're big and bad. No matter how big and how bad you are. There's always someone who will knock you down. And next week, I'm going to knock you down, Jeff. And you're not getting back up. Everybody knows what I say about luck.
Sorry about you.
You know how bad you know how much money I would pay to buy that TNA logo sign that's been behind him?
Probably an inappropriate amount.
Yeah. Here we go. Mike Tenay down west. Bring him up to speed. NWA-TNA.com. Yes, the Academy at the Asylum. That's right. How do I become a professional wrestler?
Yeah, tell me.
The Academy of the Asylum, baby.
Oh, okay.
You find out where to email. April 12th and April 13th. So you got check at the Asylum.
NWA-TNA.com for all your information.
Going over the lineup for next week. Simon Diamond. We're facing Swinger. Okay, so this is why we know the announcement, because they did this live in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Frankie Kazarian, X Division champion. Sanjay Dutt, that's right. That's kind of funny. I didn't even think about that. I figured I'd tell you earlier, though, to kind of get you excited.
Well, I mean, it's certainly a better freaking lineup than today.
That's right. Extreme Rules. Sabu, Monty Brown. Jeff Jarrett. Taking on Cowboy James Storm.
Is this the first instance of using Extreme Rules instead of hardcore, or what?
At least in TNA, for sure.
Well, I know that for sure, but like...
I've never heard it called that before.
Yeah.
Harrison Raven. Winner gets a fight in the cage. It's going to be good. I can't wait. It's going to be a good-ass show next week. Oh, D'Lo Brown and Apollo backstage with Scott Hudson. Ask him why he took the mask off. Look at how he shaped the little triangle in his goatee there.
Yeah, don't you love that? Your body, yeah. I don't know what he said. That's what he said. Okay, deal. Thank you. It's a shame.
It's a crying shame that your title reign is going to last only 1 week. Really? Are we about to? Wait, a man from his past. Were they buddies before? The Grand Apollo. Really? So we're going to get a tag team title match apparently next week as well.
Huh.
So they're going to be watching the match closely.
We're going to watch the match. Why is he saying it so aggressively? Walkout World Tag Team.
Let's go, dog.
Yeah, what a great tournament, man. This has been a great show, Scott Hudson. Thanks for having us watch it.
And now we're getting a tag team title recap here with the creepy graphics and all.
Powerbomb neckbreaker combo, and that does it.
Remember,
I thought that was Kid Kash for a minute. I thought they just spoiled the fucking finals. It was just
no. Well, hey, a little peek behind the curtain though. That's kind of funny. Who we can probably talk about. Was it 2 weeks ago, Bob? We were going to film a show, and all of a sudden the week after started to play, and we were watching like a video just like this, and it was like, wait, what the heck? Yeah. We haven't seen that match. And so we were scrambling, and we had to figure out how to watch the show.
Because I even said, like, I like how they remind us of shit, and then we saw
Dallas, and I was like,
the lead pipe thing. We're like, wait a minute, we haven't seen him yet. What the fuck? Yeah, so it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Now remember, if you want to help edit these video packages, you can send your resume into TNA Entertainment. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Now there you go. Triple X beating the Naturals. Andy Douglas being blinded by the cocaine. He couldn't make the save. That was a good finish, I thought.
So I don't know a lot about video editing. As you could tell that I messed up the name of whatever it's called. But
what?
Avid.
Yeah.
Avid. But the way they do them, I could do this stuff. I could be a video editor in 2004 for TNA.
Well, I wonder if that's why they're saying, "Hey, we need someone that's a college graduate."
That's a good point.
Expand on our video packaging.
Yeah.
Because all they're really doing is like tinting the footage
adding some music.
and then adding some music and then just playing it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool to see if we'll see them improve drastically. You know what I mean?
Oh, they definitely, they definitely do.
I know they will, but
I'm just saying. Yeah.
And maybe they're really looking for someone because they're closing in on this Fox Sports Net deal, and they really want to make sure their stuff's like up to par once they get to TV.
Yeah. Dallas, will you stand in the ring with us? The NWA, it will not be the size of the fight. It will be the size of the fighter. Ready. The gospel according.
Say your prayers. Say your prayers. Oh, Skipper was watching in the back.
Why is he so jilted? Dude, you should be happy this happened. You got them together.
Russo restores order with tag tournament. The brainchild of Vince Russo.
Do you think Elix Skipper's about to fuck them over?
Kinda.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Talking about the road to the finals here.
He's going to be like, yo, guys, man, if you guys going to get together again, it should have been because of prime time, baby.
And then he could say, hey, if you guys come over to my place, we got this really great deal. 2 meals, $20. Or if you really want to upgrade and get the steak, it's $25.
Yeah.
Kid Kash in Dallas. Dallas not wearing his shirt this time. He was wearing the shirt before. We thought he was like covering something up. No, he's not.
Kid Kash.
Family member. Now remember, we do not know how they're related. We just know he's a family member.
I thought it was his cousin.
I think we assume that. I don't think they actually said it, though.
I don't think it's a brother.
I don't think so either, but...
What if Dallas is his nephew?
That'd be hilarious.
Never know. Triple X getting individual entrances? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
Chris
dude.
Daniels. Not Christopher, Chris.
I don't like that. He's Christopher Daniels. He's not
Chris Daniels.
Yeah, they got separate entrances. Daniel's waiting up at the top of the ramp, though, for Loki. Bob, that spinning green light, I just realized they're going to continue to use that for a while, are they not?
They definitely do.
Which is kind of cool. I didn't realize that.
They like that, and they like the like green lasers.
Dude, don't get me going. I fucking love the green lasers.
Every entrance.
I'm trying not to say it every week about how excited I'm like getting for some stuff, but like I'm getting real excited about some stuff.
Well, I'm telling you, when we get to the TV era, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff early on that I haven't watched in forever, so that'll be fun to go through.
Yeah, it is. Senior official Rudy Charles. Thank you for everything you've done, Rudy Charles, holding those belts in the middle of the ring while JB talks for 20 minutes. If you're following along, we are at an hour, 36 minutes, 52 seconds.
Or if you're like me, there's 18 minutes and 30 seconds left in your show. And let me tell you, this has been a long hour and 32 minutes that I've been having to watch this. For a second time in the span of probably 8 months. I never watched the same show twice in 8 months. And by God, I've had to do it for this one. Of all the shows.
Well, maybe you should have reviewed them 10 years ago, Bob.
Maybe I should have just fucking not done it.
You're a completionist. You had to do it.
Yeah, well, fuck, dude. It sucks. Because I remember when it came for me to review this, when I looked at the card, I'm pretty sure I avoided it for like 3 weeks.
You did. I think you were texting me about it.
Yeah, I think it was like, dude, I can't do this. But then you were like, does it get better after that? And I was like, significantly. And you're just like, power through it. So I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you had to, dude. You had to just get through it.
So bad, dude. It took forever.
And if you want to know what Bob thought about this show 8 months ago, go over to WrestlingRecaps.com. Bob has also been continuing his rebooking TNA shows. So if you're curious,
just published the second week. It only took me 5 months after the first one.
That's okay. If you're curious how Bob would book the first and now second NWA-TNA pay-per-views, you can check that out over at WrestlingRecaps.com.
Dallas, did you read it?
No, I have not.
Wow.
But I will.
No, you won't.
I don't even need to read it. You asked me my opinion, so I get the inside detail.
Yeah, but I didn't ask your opinion on that one.
Yeah, I guess you didn't.
I just did it.
Okay, they actually, look at the crowd, Bob. They did move some people.
They definitely moved people to the left. They definitely did. I got some surprises in store for the weekly pay-per-view number 3. And by the way, I am also booking Explosions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so.
That's cool. Well, Bob, before we get too far into this, do we have any indie news for any of these guys?
Oh, shit.
We're off to a slow start, so.
Yeah, it's fine. I could have done this prior to doing their entrances, though, but it's okay. Christopher Daniels is a busy guy, man. He fucking wrestles a lot. So, no. Well, wait. I lied. Yeah. So, Christopher Daniels was, in fact, busy over the weekend. He wrestled in the 8th annual ECWA Super 8 tournament.
Oh, wow.
I believe that this was probably covered in the PWIs because I feel like I might have remembered seeing coverage of this. But anyway, in the first round, Christopher Daniels defeated Rocky Romero. In the semifinals, Christopher Daniels defeated Mike Cruel. And in the finals of the 8th annual ECWA Super 8 tournament, Christopher Daniels defeated Austin Aries to win the tournament. And this was on April 3rd, so 4 days before the show was televised. He accomplished that feat. I actually have that Super 8, and I have yet to watch it.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that might have been Daniels' second time winning the tournament.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Because I think he won in 2000 as well. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Not much has happened in this match yet. Very, very stalling, messing around, standing up, yelling at each other. Daniels and Kid Kash have not done anything.
And then for Loki, he didn't do anything.
Okay.
And in fact, it looks like holy smokes. This might be the last time we see Loki for a significant amount of time.
On TNA?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's not a peek into what's happening next week, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Lance Archer.
It's Dallas.
Dallas. Big man. Big guy. Did he do anything? It looks like he did not. He was busy with this. Kid Kash is our last fella.
Kash with an arm drag.
Yeah, he keeps control of Daniels there.
Flexing as he's got Daniels in an arm bar.
Okay, Kash didn't do anything either.
Okay. I decided, while Bob was looking that up and nothing's happened in this match, I decided I would take a peek behind the curtain over at WrestlingRecaps.com. And what did Bob think about this show we're watching? Now, listen, I'm not going to go through all of it. You have to go and read it for yourselves. But a couple highlights for you.
Oh, gosh.
The heavy metal and Robbie Dynamite match. Bob gave it a half a star and just simply wrote, "That sucked." Okay, and then one of my other favorites.
I did? I said that?
You just wrote, "That sucked."
Oh my god. That's so funny.
I've never seen Bob's reviews be this opinionated as the specific show before. I mean, it's pretty impressive. On the James Mason versus Abismo Negro match, you give it 1.5 stars. That was a little better since Negro got to showcase some of his ability. These matches have just been a chore to get through. And then my other favorite is after the Aguila and Garza versus Frankie Sloan and Robbie Dynamite match. One of the lines simply says, So I'm assuming TNA is well aware that Team UK are nowhere near the level of Team Mexico. So it's a very great insight. If you guys would like to check that out, I'm not reading all of it because it's really funny. And I like to shit on Bob a lot, but he does have some good opinions on wrestling. Although I don't agree with them all, but that's what's fun about it.
Well, and nor should you. It's my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and say my opinion is correct. That would defeat the purpose of what an opinion is. You might think that John Morrison, CM Punk in June 2007 is the best match ever. I might not.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're thinking or saying, I guess, that Low-Ki is potentially not going to be showing up much longer, I think this could happen two different ways in this match still. I don't think that means that Kid Kash and Dallas are definitely winning, because with Skipper involved, Triple X kind of being back together, he could kind of take the place of Low-Ki and kind of use a Freebird rule, which they've done before with Triple X during the sex time period.
Yeah, and that could be the tease as to why he's like looking over the shoulder.
Right. I think that's actually a very good point. I think that they are definitely the pick to win this.
They're the favorites. Low-Ki and Daniels are definitely the favorites going into this. They have to be.
Right. Dallas with some backbreakers, tossing Low-Ki.
Oh my god.
Back. Holy shit.
Holy mother. He just tossed him. That was like nothing. Low-Ki just went sailing across the ring. That was pretty good.
Wrestling recaps, guys. Telling you, I'm just glad that tournament is over. I'm closing it now. But definitely check it out. Look at this double team.
Yeah, an assisted standing moonsault. Dallas just plopping down Kid Kash onto Low-Ki there.
We're off to a bit of a slower start than I think I'd like in this.
Well, Dallas, I'll tell you right now, compared to everything else I've been watching today, the pace here has been pretty good.
Well, at least these guys know how to work with each other. We know who they all are.
Yeah.
Even though Dallas is still pretty fresh here in the company, I'd still rather watch him than any of Team UK.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, Team UK was one of the most brutal things I've ever seen. I mean, it was honestly an embarrassment for like a country to have them represent as a team.
You want to know what I would have done?
What's that?
I would have just given Dallas a fucking Team UK t-shirt and be like, dude, just act British today. You're
just fake it.
Just fake it. We need it. We saw these guys training earlier and like they suck. So like, can you just do it? Thanks. Or like unmask Shark Boy and just be, hey dude, how's your British accent? And then he'd be like, pretty good, mate. And then he'd send him out.
Jesus.
Screw it. Better than what we brought in. Kash getting beaten up in the corner.
Well, I do think you hit a really great point with Johnny Storm. I think he had a good showing when he was in the couple times we saw him. I don't know why they wouldn't have included someone we would recognize if you've been a fan of the product.
Well, I mean, there's so many dudes. I mean, like Doug Williams. You have Johnny Storm. I'll throw a random one out there. Nigel McGuinness. He had to have been known.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Even if you use Doug Williams and Johnny Storm, okay, we know two guys, and then you put two guys we don't really know. Did I know, like I said, like Abismo Negro, for example, before this? No, I did not, but now I do, and I'm familiar with him.
Right.
And if one or two guys out of the team sucked and not the rest of them, I would have probably had a little bit different of an opinion.
Could this be an example of like guys not, and maybe you even said it. Oh, I guess it was for Japan. Like they didn't want to take the visa or whatever?
I think there's a good chance that there are some issues. It could be travel issues. I don't know. Kid Kash got a 2 count. After a nice counter, he did a moonsault to counter something and took down Daniels.
A drop kick to like the top of the ankle. That was weird. By Kash. Now he's got like a head scissor chin lock on the mat. I don't think he's going to get a submission.
Is Daniels going to submit? I don't know, dude. Anything's possible.
There's like I said earlier, I don't know if I said it on there. I think I did. Oh, yeah, I did, about crowd noise. I've been watching a lot of ECW 2000.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, dude, if ECW had stayed around, let's say 2 more years, I think Kid Kash is a much bigger name than he is. Or he isn't, I guess.
You mentioned that before, and I mentioned I think Kid Kash is really underrated. You don't hear people talking about Kid Kash, but watching him throughout even just this TNA run, he's very good.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And this is just showing
Hurricane Rana by the master of the Hurricane Rana.
He's displaying a great heel work here, as he also hits a tornado DDT here on Daniels. But I think we've even said like Kash has not been a likable character just because like the Trinity stuff and whatever. But if you watch his ECW stuff, he's actually a likable guy.
So he's more of a babyface in ECW.
Oh, 100%.
I haven't really seen any of his ECW stuff. I don't.
Yeah, think. It's surprising. Like he's able to pull it off both, as Daniels just hit an STO.
After Kash came off the middle rope there, so he caught him and hit it. Is he gonna get Low-Ki in? As Low-Ki's wearing very weird blue shorts.
There he is.
Hits Dallas off the apron, comes back, kicks Kid Kash, goes for an Irish whip. Kid Kash counters because you can't not counter that. Goes for a crucifix pin. Nope.
Low-Ki's another guy that should be much bigger, but he kind of shoots himself in the foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like he is kind of his own worst enemy. It's kind of a different situation.
Oh.
I just saw a clip on Twitter, where someone was like, the moment Low-Ki's WWE career was over. And it was him doing the springboard kick, and he kicks Ziggler right in the face, and he got knocked out.
Yeah. Wasn't it like that was what Survivor Series? Wasn't it like within a week he was released after that?
Dude, it was wicked fast.
It was really quick.
Dallas going for a chokeslam on Daniels. Low-Ki kicks him in the knee. Insecurity by Daniels.
And for some reason, I don't know the story, but he is like completely blackballed from Ring of Honor.
Really?
Yeah, I remember
I didn't know that.
They did like a fantasy Ring of Honor draft of like guys.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And they did not even mention Low-Ki once.
Oh, wow. Dallas was holding Low-Ki up. He's trying to get an armbar. Daniels kicked the leg. He got him down, but that just got broken up by Kash now. Wow, I didn't know that.
Pace definitely picked up at this point.
Yeah, we're picking up, which is good. Springboard kick to Dallas by Low-Ki.
Daniels sent into the guard railing. Kash has gotten a chair. At least he's trying to get a chair. I think he's struggling to fold it.
Oh, Low-Ki going for
that's
a flip, but he got hit in the back.
How does Rude Charles not hear that? And then be like,
turned around, dude.
Wait a minute, man. You used the chair.
Oh, throws the chair at Daniels. Oh, wait.
Oh, my God. Now he's going to think that he hit him with a chair. Why would he hit him with a chair?
Low-Ki thinks Daniels did it. Kid Kash is laughing.
Well,
he's like,
what is your problem? Now Low-Ki sees him laughing. Maybe he should then realize, hey, it wasn't my partner.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Hits Dallas over the head with it.
Man.
Rudy Charles, that one he really should have saw since everyone was on that side of the ring.
Yeah, and he was also staring outside the ring.
He looked away as soon as it happened, though. I saw him.
Yes, he did.
There's the kick that knocked out Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, no kidding.
Handspring kick. Goes for the cover.
1, 2.
Does Kid Kash have a chair again ringside?
Or a pipe or something?
Oh, it is a pipe. He hit Daniels in the back.
I was going to say, he's going to have to hit him more than once to kind of knock him out.
He did. He hit him twice.
The first one was pretty weak.
Look, he rolled him in so that Rudy Charles had to check on Daniels, and now he hits the back of Low-Ki, who's on the back of Dallas, and then he's going out for a reverse crucifix bomb. That's 3. Dallas and Kid Kash.
That is an upset, folks. And here's the thing. You know what? Number one, that's the best match of the night. And if I swear to God, when we do the fucking best match, worst match next week, if this isn't the winner, I give up. Because, like, what is the point?
Yeah, I mean, really. Wow, dude. Dallas, very, very new in the company, already having gold.
I like it. And I like that Kash is champion again because he hasn't been champion since he was ex-champion for, like, 2 months.
I like that, man. Very fresh. And we're ending the show, it looks like, with a Simon Diamond promo. Simon has a problem.
I think we're going to get a few different video packages here for next week.
Well, I guess while that wraps up, I think we both agree it was a thumbs down show. I don't even need to ask.
Yeah, that's a given.
Oh, yeah, here we go. D'Lo Brown and Apollo. That's right. We know who they're fighting now. Kid Kash and Dallas. Now, here's the thing. This is kind of crazy, Bob. I think this is the first time ever. We know every single match that's happening next week now.
Really?
Yep. Kash and we can run down the card as this is happening, and we're going to see a lot of it. See? Here's Monty Brown now.
Oh, we know they're probably going to run down every match.
Yeah, so we got Swinger, Diamond, Kid Kash, and Dallas versus D'Lo and Apollo. Extreme Rules match, Monty Brown versus Sabu.
That has got to be the first time they've ever done Extreme Rules. Even from maybe WWE did it and then they just took it from them. But
I don't know. I'd be surprised, to be honest. I'm thinking too. Here's Kazarian. You know, we already know this. Frankie Kazarian versus Sanjay Dutt X Division title match.
That could be really good.
And then we heard this one as well. We're getting that Jarrett James Storm non-title match as well. Don't need a promo. We already know that's going on. Yeah. And then of course, the final match. It's Raven. It's Chris Harris. The road to the steel cage match. Dude, next week.
Okay.
I don't think is a bad match on that card.
I was just going to say, for as bad of a show that this was, and I'm going to say the main event was good. That tag match with Dallas and Kash against Triple X, that was good.
Right. The winner faces Jarrett April 21st. So we even know we had a cage match in a couple weeks. So even that alone.
For as bad of a show this was, I think next week's show, just from like hype, is going to be that much better because I am definitely interested in that.
Right. And we immediately, we end there. We barely even got an end copyright thing. So Bob, what was the total runtime there? Mine closed already.
I already closed mine too. It was an hour 55:28, I think, or something.
Yes, you are right. Whoa. Well, Bob, we did it. This might even also go down as one of our shortest episodes ever.
Thank fucking God.
Because I don't think there's a lot to talk about. We already know what's happening next week. We discussed that. I like Dallas and Kid Kash winning. I think that's a good move. And I think it'd be pretty fun. I am sure we are going to see Skipper rejoin Daniels and then end up chasing the belts with him.
That's what I think too. Yeah.
Especially because Loki was the one who just took the pin. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty interesting as well. So I don't know if I got anything else, Bob.
I sure as hell don't. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this show. Today sucked. I just want to go to next week already, and I want to see the road to the steel cage come to an end. That way we know just who Jeff Jarrett's fighting on April 21st. So for those that listen this week, I am sorry that you listened for 2 hours and 20 minutes probably.
Yeah, I'm sorry as well. I hope it was at least semi-entertaining with some of these notes, but it was tough. This was a tough one. There wasn't a ton to talk about, but we did what we could. But if you
I
guys
hope you
enjoyed
enjoyed my pain. I hope you enjoyed my pain and agony. Because it was there.
Yeah, it was.
But all right, Dallas, if you don't got anything, I sure as fuck don't have anything. I am over it. Moving on. And we're moving on to better things next week. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Crossline Podcast.